quote as friendly, Kevin?
Very possible, and however distasteful that will be, it'll come down to how much the Taliban have really changed. But these military people, they're used to dealing with practicalities on the ground, so they know if they talk to the Taliban and they have a relationship with them, whatever they're thinking privately, publicly, they have this relationship, you may be able to hold them back, you may be able to change them a little. But we're not going to see Afghanistan emerge as some great tolerant liberal society. That's not what the Taliban about. Or it must be said, will they be any worse than the regime in Saudi Arabia, which we see as allied with our politicians' laws?
You don't see the day when people are climbing over barbed wire to get into Afghanistan. That will be the...
Not people who'd want as neighbours or work.
That your associate editor of the Daily Mirror, a columnist with the New Statesman as well.
Secretary has welcomed Joe Biden's announcement that he will keep US troops in Afghanistan until all American citizens are evacuated from the country. Ben Wallace has also defended Dominic Raab following reports he was too busy on holiday to speak with his Afghan counterpart. A good protection variance of high of 22 degrees.
LBC Travel, I'm Joanne Webb in Cheshire. One lane set to be closed on the M6 southbound just after junction 19 at Knutsford. And that's because a van's broken down. In Greater Manchester, only one lane's open on the M67 westbound at junction 4. And that's following an accident and a diesel spillage. On the Kent stretch of the M25, anti-clockwise, very busy at junction 5 at the M26 after a van broke down. And then on the Surrey stretch of the M25, one lane is closed anti-clockwise at junction 7 at the M23, where a lorry's broken down and still to Beaconsfield.
Now 0345 6060 973. This is LBC.
Use code SUMMER to save £5 at zingflowers.com. Zing Flowers. Amazing every time.
We connect your business to your customers. We integrate your e-commerce with our logistics. We warehouse your stock and dispatch every time you make a sale. We are fulfillment.co.uk. From your store to your customer's door, you sell it and we'll do the rest. And we pick, pack and ship from as little as £1.88 per order. Search wearefulfillment.co.uk, putting the logic into logistics.
Hybrid. Parks itself.
Are we there yet?
Only 23 hours, 52 minutes and 22 seconds to go, darling. Really get to know before you buy with the Ford 24-hour test drive. But hurry, the clock's ticking. Promotion runs throughout August. Ford, bring on tomorrow. Search Ford 24-hour test drive. At participating Ford dealers, test drive subject to availability.
Every cat has a tale to tell. So for pet insurance policies as unique as they are, visit petsinnapickle.co.uk.
For the Many, the podcast with Ian Dale and former Labour Home Secretary Jackie Smith. Join Ian and Jackie every week as they untangle the world of politics.
What do you make of Angela Rayner's behaviour?
I mean, Angela Rayner, far from being sacked, ended up being essentially sort of
Secretary of State for everything.
The shadow Deputy Prime Minister, shadow First Secretary for this, that and the other. That was all good.
For the Many, listen now on Global Player or wherever you get your podcasts.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
Just one last time. The population of the United States, 333,183,423, and the last two presidents, say, not exactly skilled in foreign diplomacy or foreign policy. Dave in Camberley, talk to me about Joe Biden. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm good. Actually,
I've been listening to you for the last half an hour or so.
Uh-oh.
You're not responsible for anything, and the Conservative Party and withdrawal. The problem that I think has just come to light is the fact that the Taliban let the Afghanistan people, who presumably had no tickets for flying out of Kabul.
Right.
And that caused the chaos at the airfield.
Right.
You can't blame Biden for that. The American aircraft...
Hold on. But, my friend, if you track it back, the pressure that is at Kabul airport is because of the president's decision to unilaterally come out at this time, surely?
Well, true, yes. And they obviously weren't prepared for what happened with all the Afghanistan people who presumably had no tickets for flights out.
Right.
And they were just desperate to get away.
But why not do it in a managed process? That's what I don't understand.
Yes, it should have been better managed, yes.
Yeah.
You could criticise Biden and the Americans for that.
Right.
But it was chaos at the airfield, and it was very upsetting to see what was happening with people falling off the aircraft.
And it's interesting to note that President Biden has taken no questions from US journalists, or indeed any journalists for that matter, since the took control of Afghanistan. You may recall Dave, at the end of his speech a couple of nights ago, he just walked away as reporters called out questions, and he's done it again yesterday, following that interview. Again, he's taken no questions. Speaks volumes, doesn't it? His silence speaks volumes. Dave, thank you. Andy in Perth. Morning, Andy.
Good morning, how are you? It's good afternoon here, down under.
G'day. Right, you are is it British military personnel, is that right? You're a British soldier?
Yeah, I'm a British Army veteran. I served in the First Gulf War.
Yep.
I believe that's where all this trouble started.
Right.
We liberated Kuwait, but we should have finished the job and gone through Baghdad and stopped the tyranny from that point 30 plus years ago. If we had done it there, we may not be in this position now.
And we're looking at the three men who are very much in the firing line as a military bloke in the moment. Dominic Raab for being on holiday and not making necessary calls. Boris Johnson for obviously his stewardship of the United Kingdom, and President Biden. All three are in the mulligatawny in your view, or not fair? What do you want to say?
Yeah, all three should hold some responsibility in all that. But Biden, being the major power at the time, he should have took a stand and learnt lessons from in the past.
How have you found yourself in Australia? What are you doing down there?
I was fortunate enough to join the police in the UK and able to get a job down in London. Been here for 14 years almost.
Ever see yourself coming back?
Not at this precise moment. Quality of life in Western Australia is fantastic.